sent Leone back to Africa. Yeah, maybe. Oh, I've got Toto Africa in my head now. Thanks, Brett. Right. Yes, Georgia. I need a commander. Frederick Wheeler. You are assigned to Georgia. Okay, so let's talk about the Georgia, shall we? Success. All I can think about is that stupid art installation. Do you remember? Did anyone see that? The where was it? Was it in the Namib? I think it was. This artist had set up this permanent installation to play Toto Africa for all eternity, using an iPhone, a solar panel, and like 4 PC World speakers that would apparently last forever in the scorching heat of the desert. It looked temporary, shall we say. Anyway, Georgia. So this is, according to Killerbin and a few other ship geeks in my community, this is a predecessor, it's a paper predecessor to the Iowa class. So this was designed as a fast battleship, but never became a thing. And then later on, the Iowa class was basically an evolution of this class, but it never happened. What sets this apart, of course, is the fact that it only has 3 double turrets. They're not triple turrets, and that was what really revolutionized this era's battleships, was the introduction of triple turrets from the slightly older double turret design. And so in the game, this obviously has implications. So what they've done is they've made it pretty high caliber. So you've got the 457 18 inches, which apparently these are the same diameter as Conqueror. So not Conqueror, sorry, as Yamato. So Yamato has exactly the same bore guns. It's just that the Japanese measured it from the outside of the rifles, and so didn't include, or did include, the actual rifling, whereas the Americans were being honest and they measured it from the inside of the rifling, which was 3mm further in. So they're actually exactly the same size guns. But in game mechanics terms, what that means is that you can't overmatch like a Yamato can. But they still hit pretty hard. The other thing is that the accuracy on this is pretty decent. So the dispersion... So I'll just show you how I've got this set up. At the moment, I've been playing around with different builds. But at the moment, I've got this set so that it's got Artillery Plotting Room 2, which gives you the minus 11% dispersion. And I've also got the range on it, so I've got that double whammy of range and accuracy, which takes the range up to 24.4 instead of like 20 point something, which I felt was a little bit short, considering this is supposed to be a long-range battleship. So yeah, at 24.4, it has a dispersion of 225, which is very good for a battleship. Jean Bart, for example, at that kind of range would be like 50% more than that. So this is, but has considerably more shells, of course. So this is pretty good. However, you have to be able to aim, as you will see shortly, because if you can't aim, all your shells are going to fall in a nice little grouping right next to the ship that you're aiming at, because bad aim will definitely be punished, because you don't have that kind of spread that you would have in another battleship, where you might get a shell on even if you actually miss the shot. Thanks, Brett. I'm not going to read that. Anyone else quoting Toto in chat will be banned. Hey, that's fine. It's a good song. Yes. So let me just. I think the armor is very similar to the Iowa. So 32 plating, 38 round in there, 38 belt. So very, very similar. So standard American battleship. Stay nose in, you'll be fine. Give broadside and you will die. Right, my backup Wi-Fi can't support Twitch, so see you guys later. See you, Killer. I hope your Wi-Fi situation improves soon and you get super close up. of dog cam. She might even knock the dog cam off, actually. Totally possible. Miss? Right. Ba-ba-bum. I think I've taken everyone by surprise with a Friday night stream. Plus, there's still loads of other people streaming as well. Flambas is on, Yuzrel is on. Right. So this is a pretty good map for this ship, I would say. Pret would like to practice making stream markers. Pret could now type a stream marker Georgia for me. That would be very useful.
Battle starts.
Oh, thank you. Aren't you supposed to be moderating Flambas's channel? You're moonlighting. I guess you're reading his and listening to mine. Like I say, we've got Conqueror coming across. So 3 Yamatos, which is not what? Flamby has been live 7 hours. I want to break EU working time directives. Absolutely. Mr. Gibbons. There's another British accent alternative. Ah, but he's different. Mr. Gibbons is lovely. He is a lovely, lovely, lovely man. And if you've never watched Mr. Gibbons, go and follow him right now because he is very good. He streams like 8 hours a day. So he's usually, he'll be on at some point during the day for you to catch him, probably. And he's just a really nice, chilled out guy to watch, and he knows a lot about the game, and he's just a very interesting person to listen to. He's had a very interesting life, and he likes to talk about stuff like that, so do go and follow him. He's a lovely, lovely man. He's from Whitby? Whitby, I think. Whitby or Grimsby. Whitby. Hey, Alaska. There's the carpet bombers. I've got a teensy bit too close to the cap here, so I'm just going to start kiting. Let these guys push in behind me. And take these carpet bombers sideways, because you definitely don't want to take them nose on or tail on. Those go across me and they shouldn't do too much. Yeah, that's fine. What I really want to get is a shot on this Alaska. Yeah, so Whitby lives near Manchester. And he had some health issues that meant he had to stop working, so he decided to give streaming a go. Basically, he is now a full-time streamer. And he's very good at it. So good on him. So 2 pence. I find this, with its high caliber, as long as you're not shooting broadside cruisers, the pen is pretty good on this. You also get the spotter plane, which makes it nice and easy to do smoke shooting and things like that. Although with a low number of shells, smoke shooting's not quite so viable as it would be on some of the others. You can still have a go. Broadside battleship. It's a Kurfürst, so I probably won't get anything much, but we'll give it a go. See that grouping? Oh, if you've got good aim, 22,367 without a single citadel. That's what this does. Just constant, if you can aim, constant, consistent pen damage. It's a... Not sure if I got the grouping on that. Not sure I've got the focus. This ship... No. This ship will really reward players who are good in ships like Iowa, Montana, North Carolina. So I think it will be really popular with people who play those ships well. Jim Jam streams are also awesome. She is a lot better than she thinks she is. So also, if you're here and you haven't heard of Jam Dearest, Jamdearest, Jam Dearest, please go and check her out. She's from my clan. She streams daytimes, EU time. Why are you picking on me? Can I hit you? Yes. I'm going to be blue lining in a minute. Ooh, 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 tasty, tasty. Nice. I'm going to have to turn in a second. I think. I don't really want a blue line, but I'm kind of being forced to. If you fire within, I'm not sure what it is exactly, but if you fire certainly within 1 second of a ship going dark, you still get the benefit of the aiming bonus. So it's well worth doing if you can get that shot off really quickly. Yeah, so I've played, this is maybe my 8th game in her. So I'm starting to get the hang of the ballistics now, because they're a bit different. I was looking with Pret yesterday at the ballistics and the shell velocity, and the shell velocity on these shells is actually lower than it is on Iowa, but the shells are obviously heavier because they're higher caliber, so they are the super heavies. But the trajectory somehow, maybe because of the shell weight, the trajectory somehow doesn't feel... Of course, that was Yamato. The trajectory somehow doesn't... Ow. I had to get off the blue line. I'm trying to stay unspotted and get further up. I'm spotted by a destroyer or something. Somewhere there. Yeah, don't broadside in this because it is, after all, an American battleship. Midway, you might want to turn around, dude. I think the three of us are doing a pretty good job of holding these guys back, actually. Let me go at you. That's probably not... I think he's not going quite as fast as I thought he was, but he is a long way away, so we'll see. No, actually, that might be alright. See, at max range-ish, the shells are roughly the same horizontal dispersion as a battleship, which is one of the reasons I like this, is that if you can aim, pretty much you're always going to get your shells horizontally, at least on target, although the vertical dispersion does seem to be quite high. Right, I would really like to get away from that gearing. I'm watching for that 1010 for the gearing talking me. I think he's slowed down slightly. Nope. Gearing.
Attention. Reporting the target position.
Gearing has smoked. On 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Whoop. Nope. With 6 shells, chances are minimal. If anyone's just arrived, there is a giveaway going on. If you enter !blokeaway, I'm giving away 10 subscriber camos, and I'll do some more giveaways. I've got some crates and stuff as well. I'll do some more as we go along. Yeah, so this ship is just, you know, you notice that I'm not getting, what have I got so far? 29 hits. 8 overpens, 12 pens, 2 shatter, 7 bounces. So it's pretty high percentage of pens, I would say. So, you know, you're going to get consistent damage throughout a match as long as you survive. Bye-bye, Yamato. Bye-bye. Aww, 1 ricochet. I think that 1 ricochet was just as he died. I think I got more shells on that. Dave, Wyvern, welcome. Spike, hello. I might try the HE. They're all nosing. Oh no, Alaska. Hello. Lucky Pete. Well, we'll see about that. Let's give the HE a go. Really? Nice.
Enemy heavily damaged.
Hey, Gearing. You're just in time for my HE boot, dude. Just changed. Oh. Spot him. I think the fire chance on these is pretty high. I can't remember what it is now. I think it's in the 40s. Also hits reasonably hard. Alright, should we see if we can get some fires on these two? That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Do I hit that Des Moines? I'm going to get 1 fire on one of these guys. Switch to AP and go for that Des Moines. I'm starting to learn, both through being a carrier player and a battleship player, that actually slowing down when torpedoes are coming at you is, might seem like a good idea, but actually it's probably not, because most carrier players underestimate the speed of a battleship. Oh, see what I mean? So if you get that, well, you will get that nice tight grouping. If you miss a shot, That's it. You miss every single shell, pretty much guaranteed. Could really do with spotting that to mine. That Alaska is creeping up on him. I don't want to turn my guns for those two because I want to finish the cruiser. Parker, Fav, hello. There he is. Is he turning right? Yeah, he is. That's going to be too long. He just started accelerating again. That should be roughly perfect. He's not legendary. Nope. Either side. So that I'm seeing that quite a lot against broadside cruisers, where I know I missed slightly, but the shells basically fell over his aft end, but they went either side. I'm seeing that a lot. So I do wonder whether the vertical dispersion is actually quite high. But I've not seen any figures just yet. Right, let's see what we can do.
The enemy is about to win.
I think I need to turn... I'm going to turn my guns this way. Turn left. Sorry, Yamato, I had to do this. Ah, he's turned in now. Damn it. I just want to be able to get a slightly different angle from these two guys. Ricochets, of course. I think we're going to have to... Ooh, Yamato. Broadsiding the curve first. Ooh, not a good idea. I thought we had this. We had B and C wrapped up and then everything died. And this is basically... These three have chased the three of us from here all the way through and up. Ah, it's going to be me. No, there we go. Save me from embarrassment. So, yeah. When I play her, bearing in mind, this kind of battleship does kind of suit my playstyle in battleships. Oh, they had Super Cron division of 4. 3, 2, 1 going on there, I think. Oh, they had Crons on our side as well. That's interesting. I didn't notice that. Yes, this does suit my playstyle as a battleship, and so I do tend to do quite well in it, but I have had a couple of games where I've just missed everything. And because of that tight dispersion, if you not aiming well, or things are just, you know, juking and turning out of the way, then you're going to have bad damage games because you're just not going to get enough shells on. So it can be a little bit frustrating, but mostly if you're a good shot, then it's a pretty satisfying ship to play. So I think the overall impression that I'm forming as a decent battleship player is, yeah, it's actually pretty good. But I think it's definitely not going to be a beginner ship. And it's definitely not going to be for anyone who is not very good in battleships. So let's say if you've got a win rate in American battleships over a significant number of games of like 55 or higher, you're definitely going to like this. If you're like 50 to 55, you might find it frustrating quite a lot of the time. If you're below 50%, then you're probably going to struggle with it a little bit. Would you like to see Georgia again, or would you like me to change to a different ship? Don't forget, there's a giveaway going. What's the reload speed? So, reload speed is standard. In all other ways, pretty much, it's a standard American battleship. I think the 180 turn time, it's either the same or slightly quicker. I think the base is 45, which I think I'm right in saying is the same as the Iowa. The reload is the same as the Iowa. I think the speed is roughly the same as the Iowa. 34.6, but that's with a Sierra Mike. I think it's 33 base. So pretty quick for a battleship. Rudder shift time is okay, but these things aren't designed to turn quickly. They're designed to go quickly in a straight line. Turn and circle radius, that's okay. The AA, because it's American, is pretty decent. Flak 811, which is pretty nice. I think, is that with or without the buff? I can't remember. That's without, so I could increase that if I wanted to by sacrificing range. I could increase that up to 10 bursts and 13 bursts. And you can further buff the AA as well if you wanted to. It would be a pretty decent AA platform. But I think you would really suffer with having to get a little bit too close if you do that, because you lose that range and it goes down to like 20 kilometers, which is maybe for an American just a little bit too limiting. Because what the Americans excel at is you're fighting your own cap, and then you look over at one of the other caps and you go, oh, there's a broadside something or other, and that's what they excel at, really. Yeah. Secondaries, American normal kind of average secondaries. Oh yeah, let's go look up the fire chance. 43, but that's with I've just loaded up with flags, so I think that's buffed slightly, maybe. Oh no, I haven't. So it is 43 base. Yep, 43% base, which is reasonable because most of the time, if you're properly angled, you're only going to be shooting 4 shells anyway. So having 43% is actually, if you consider you're only going to get 1 or 2 of those shells on, that's probably pretty reasonable for a battleship, I'd say.